Watching the West's double standards is interesting. The U.S. regime has urged China not to provide any military assistance to Russia, while the U.S. and its allies have supplied over $100 billion in military equipment to Ukraine. Such a threat is absurd. China did not send any military assistance. Not because China was threatened. China has made it plain that it prefers a diplomatic solution to one involving force. Without specifying the source, NBC published a news article stating that the U.S. suspects China of giving Russia non-lethal military support for use in Ukraine. The American administration seems anxious that China would consider providing lethal assistance. The authorities declined to go into detail about the non-lethal military supplies, but they did say that it might include uniforms or body armor for the spring offensive. A National Security Council representative declined to comment. Senior U.S. officials, including President Biden and National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, urged Beijing not to give Moscow material backing for the war, or there would be repercussions in the weeks following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. According to the knowledgeable source, China is attempting to sneak up to the line without getting caught. Recent trends suggest that Chinese government assistance for the Russian military may take increasingly concrete forms. After today's Munich Security Conference, Secretary of State Antony Blinken and China's top diplomat Wang Yi met. A person familiar with the exchange said this was an essential topic of conversation. At the meeting, Blinken and other American officials have been informing friends and partners about the Chinese aid to Moscow. According to Bloomberg and CNN, the Biden administration approached Chinese government representatives in January with proof that Chinese businesses were aiding Russia in the conflict without using lethal force. American officials now claim that China's government is the source of the aid. The officials said it's unclear whether the support violates any sanctions or whether the U.S. would hit China with new penalties or costs due to this non-lethal assistance. However, sources familiar with the U.S. regime's thinking claim that the U.S. will not hesitate to target those who break the law. Based on bogus accusations, the U.S. government has imposed sanctions on numerous Chinese companies. In this regard, nothing is new.